Okay then.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Welcome.
Slingshot project.
Welcome back. Last episode, if you missed it, we looked at sources, powering blocks, and signal strength.
We did indeed.
And this time,
I learned stuff.
yes,
Redstone stuff.
yes, much redstone stuff. So today we're going to do some logic gates in redstone.
Okay.
It sounds complicated, and that's because it is. No, it's not too bad.
I don't know what I'm gonna need. What do I need?
I don't know.
Oh.
We'll start with a NOT gate. That's fairly simple. You saw that at the beginning of in the end of somewhere in last episode. I can't remember where.
Really?
Yes. Basically, when you power redstone torch, it turns off. Therefore, that is a NOT gate. Because whatever's coming in is not what's coming out.
Wait, which side am I supposed to be looking at?
I don't know.
Which
The
side's-
input is not the output, basically.
Right.
It doesn't matter which side you're on.
Okay. So if I'm on this side, I know that the power is off.
Yeah. And then
I know the
the
power
input's
is on.
on. So yeah, that comes useful, and you can scale it up. So if you do a double invert, for example, it's not. So now you've got double negatives. The the input is not the output. So it is the output. That's going to get very confusing.
So that one, the top one,
It's the same
is
as
going
the
to
out.
be on when the switch is on,
Yeah,
but the bottom one will be off.
correct.
And what sort of stuff's that going to be used for?
Well, it is quite useful. Wait.
I can't tell you why.
No, it is useful. Here we go. Wait, no, that's a bad example. Oops. Here we go.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's not really a use, but that is something you can do with this sort of system. So just to recap, that block there is being powered by this block strongly, and it's then weakly powering this piston.
Okay.
So, that's a NOT gate. So, the next one
Is gate.
well, that would be just this. The output is the input.
Oh.
Now, the
Yeah.
next one is AND. So
Okay.
that, looks like this. So now it works that if lever A and lever B, lever A and lever B are on, the output is on. If lever B but not lever A is on, it's not.
Right. So this is A
Yes.
and this is B.
Yeah.
And if they're both on,
So the
Then-
output is.
the output's on.
We make this easier to see. It's
If one
quite.
of them's
It's.
on, the output turns off.
Mhm.
So they both have to be on for the output to work.
Yes. So if A and B is on, the clue is in how you say it. If A and B is on, the light will be on.
Okay.
So I'm not sure I can explain that any better.
It makes some kind of
So,
sense.
for example, if you want, this is not a particularly good example, but say you want the light to turn on when the light switch is on, like this, but the master switch has to be on as well. Oh, so this is the master switch here. The master switch and the light switch have to be on for the light to come on.
Okay.
That's a practical example. It's used more in when you get more complex examples. Next one is an OR, and that's also quite simple. So this is an OR gate because if either one is on, that one, or both is on, the light will be on.
Okay.
You don't really need the repeaters, but if you've got, say, something that's down this end that you don't want, say we've got a light here first. If this one's off and that one's on, you don't want it on, for example. That's why you need the repeaters there.
Well, that's simple enough.
Yeah. I'd always put the repeaters on unless it's got to be timed to perfection and you can't fit them in. So, just to be safe. Okay. Now we're getting to the exciting gates. These ones are great, but they're slightly more complicated. So I'll take it slowly and I'll give you an aerial view. Now this one is called an XOR. Right. So an OR with the letter X in front of it. And this, or exclusive OR, is the full term for it. And it's quite a lot bigger. And it's getting slowly closer and closer to our wall. So here's your output again. Got your inputs over here. Now, this is useful if you want a door that has two levers to go to it, one on either side. So basically, if one is on, the output will be on. But if two are on, it'll be off.
And if they're both off?
And if they're both off, it'll be off as well. So it only ever comes on when one is on.
Okay.
And the reason this is used in a door is because you have one lever on one side and one lever on the other, for example. So you go in with that one, and it'll stay open till you get to the other side and flick the lever again, and then it'll close.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's great if you've got a door. Obviously, it's not very small, so you can't really fit it in a tiny little house. You have to have a bit of a mansion. And if you're going to have a bit of a mansion with a door like this, you might as well have a cool piston one. But it is there if it is needed.
Well then. Yes.
So you also can combine the gates together. Basically, to make a redstone circuit, it ends up just being lots of logic gates, and you need to know the right logic gates to use. So that is now an XOR followed by a NOT, which means the output will only be on when both are on or both are off. So it slowly gets more confusing as you build it up.
I think I follow.
Yeah. Basically, you've just got to keep adding more logic gates until you get what you want. Preferably you can work it out first rather than just trial and error, because it will take a while. I think that's the main ones that you're going to need. There are quite a few more complex ones, like a adder, as in 1 + 1, not as in a snake, that can add numbers together, and if you have enough of them you can make a quite effective binary calculator. It has to be binary.
Yes.
Binary though.
I'm sure we'd all want one of those in Minecraft.
Well, yeah. I haven't built one or anything. Shifty eyes.
I've seen the one you've built. I know you've built one. Nerd.
Shh. You're making Minecraft videos on YouTube. You can't say anything.
What's next?
I think for logic gates, that's actually done it. So next, I think we'll look at pulse emitters and clocks. So that might be a longer episode.
Pulse emitters.
Yes, they emit a pulse.
Really? Amazing.
I know.
Never would have guessed. Okay.
And a clock doesn't like count it. It does this. Yes. That's a beautiful explanation.
It does that.
Yeah.
It makes a block of sandstone.
Oh, was it? Could you not see it properly on your
Of a
screen?
desert made of sandstone.
Bye.